Blackwash, whitewash. The Ten Commandments of Black History. First, I want to go Christopher Attucks, the first Black American and the first American that died at the Boston Massacre in the 1700s. Also, number two, Frederick Douglass in the 1800s was a reformer as well as an abolitionist. John Brown, I have to talk about him, and Harper's Ferry. He was a European guy who helped us out. But people are concerned about Donald Trump and the Smithsonian getting rid of black history. I want to leave you with some points of fact so you can keep this because truth can never be extinguished or erased. Thomas Jefferson, it must be said, he said he had good slaves and they were happy. George Washington was an evil slave master. Madam C.J. Walker, one of the first black millionaires, she did hair. Also, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, you need to teach your kids that. Also, the doctrine of discovery was the justification of the European colonialism, and the Catholic Church was told to possess anybody that was not European and plunder all their goals. Also, we'll talk about redlining and the interstate system. I want you to be interactive learning. I just don't want to just give you this. I just want to give you some highlights. But when you look at Rosewood down in Florida, you look at Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you look at the Burwood Wall in Detroit, Mill Creek in St. Louis, Brownsville in Chicago, Black Bottom in Detroit, Harlem at one time had so many millionaires on between, let's say, between Columbia, let's say 110 or 160th, it was Black Mecca. Right now, gentrification. Overtown, they ran the freeway through down in Miami. Beale Street in Memphis. Also, our kids probably gloss over it. The Plessy Ferguson separate but equal, that was embedded in the American vernacular of law. The 50s Brown versus Board of Education, Ruby Bridges. Also, in 1936, that was a very pivotal year for Black Americans. Jesse Owens won several gold medals, shut Hitler up and all that racism. Also, Joe Louis, the Brown bomber from Detroit, beat Max Schmeling. Also, Mirza Tate, she graduated from Oxford University. Bebop was taken off with Charlie Parker as well as Dizzy Gillespie, some of the innovators. Edward Davis, I want to highlight this. He was the first black car dealership in America in Detroit in 1938. I want to focus on him because we always talk about athletes and entertainers. Ed Davis, Detroit car dealer, first black, was my inspiration. I did a summer internship down at the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and he had a little office on Washington Boulevard. I used to talk to him every day at lunch. I didn't even know I was talking to greatness, but I was very blessed to spend a summer with him. Also, in the 1960s, we all know about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the creation of welfare, but I want to focus on some things that we don't talk about, like Guy Burford. He was an astronaut, went to space a couple times. He lost his life in the Challenger blew up in the mid '80s, late '80s. Benjamin O. Davis, Tuskegee Airmen shot down 8 German fighters. Robert Lawrence was the first black astronaut. So when people are afraid that the political climate in 2025, they want to whitewash and take facts out. I mean, there's many more people I could have talked about. You know, Harriet Tubman. I mean, some of the ones that we talk about all the time. But I just want to just give some key points. And it's up to parents to educate our kids and teach them about all history. Because one thing I've learned, I was thinking about going all the way from, that's why I got the Ethiopian Bible. When I went to Ethiopia a couple years ago and I saw the real Bible, and you look at the Bible they gave us, I don't want to go down that slope of religion because people believe in what they believe, and I respect that. But we must teach truth. As John Henry Clark always says, it's not my quote, we have no friends. The only friend you have is like the Jewish people had a yeshiva schools and they teach their history. When I'm in Egypt, the people teach their history. When I'm in Algeria, they teach their history. I've been fortunate to go a lot of places. I was in Japan. They think the world started in Japan. I was in China. They think the world started in Japan. No matter where it started, we are focusing on Black Americans in America, not knocking the Jamaicans, not knocking all the other people at the Berlin Conference, because truth be told, the Africans sold us to America. But this is a Jazz 313 special, and I just hope and pray that you use this as a template to educate your kids. Because as you know, I spent 28 years in the public educational system. The curriculum is not designed to teach you about yourself. It teaches you about slavery and teaches you that you were second class. But we're all God's children. Again, Jazz 313, this is an educational special. Please click, subscribe, and share. Please share this with the youth. Thank you.